How come light from galaxies light years away hasn't burnt out? Well, first of all, light doesn't burn out. Conservation of mass and energy, nothing gets destroyed, it just changes form. And nothing is acting on the photons to change their form in any way. In simple laws of motion, an object in motion stays in motion, and an object at rest stays at rest. So the photons were emitted from a galaxy far, far away, started heading our way, and they've been heading our way ever since. Unless something interacts with them, there's no reason for them to burn out. Now, sometimes they'll get caught in a gravitational field and bend, and we call that gravitational lensing, and that can tell us stuff about the path that the photons took, and tell us stuff about what lies in different locations in space. But photons aren't like fire in a candle, they're electromagnetic radiation. We're emitting photons that will travel for light years and light years and light years until they're eventually absorbed by something. That's why people like to joke around about how radio broadcasts from the 70s might get received by aliens somewhere. But yeah, a photon just keeps traveling until it hits something. And in the case of us observing faraway galaxies, that something is our eyes through waves of a telescope.